You may well hear him on many other different stations across this country in the evening. He's Premier Network's own Jesse Kelly. In addition to ordering $75 shots of tequila, which was frankly a disgrace, he also has come after the fine people of Milwaukee, complaining for months now that which is true, argued that all of us should be at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee because I love all of you in Milwaukee, because I know it's a fabulous city, because I know that all of you are deserving the utmost in respect. High dollar tequila drinker and Milwaukee insulter extraordinaire, Jesse Kelly. What have you to say for yourself, sir? Welcome to the show.
I think, you know what, Clay, I think you're the one who should actually start out here, because I want to remind you, before you answer this question, I want to remind you that God is real and he's watching right now. He's watching. And so if you tell a lie, God will know. I want you to know. Tell me, Clay, you know, Mr. Big Guy, Clay and Buck, biggest show in the country, blah, 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 outkick, all this stuff. When's the last time you voluntarily went to Milwaukee? I want to know. Ooh. I want to know the date. I want to know the year. Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked over at your lovely bride, and said, gosh, let's get to Milwaukee this weekend? Tell me, Clay, when was it?
First of all, you need to do your Oppo research better, my man, because you have just walked into a steel trap here. You're the bear that's going to have to cut his own leg off. I was in Milwaukee last summer. I sold out the Pabst Theater. I brought my wife to Milwaukee for the entire weekend in the summer. It was lovely. We toured their incredible art museum there. We stayed in a fabulous hotel. And we went out to an incredible dinner where the owner of the place walked over and said, man, I love listening to your show every single day. So, Jesse, I might be the mayor of Milwaukee right now just based on that answer, sir. You got to get your Oppo research done. I was there last year, sold out the Pabst Theater downtown.
No. You can't reframe the question like one of these dirty commie libs. I said voluntarily went, as in for leisure. That's a work event. You sold out a theater. You went to a work event. I'm sure you went to Red Lobster and met the manager. You went to the art museum and saw all the finger paints or whatever they have there in Milwaukee. And now you're pretending like it's some kind of vacation hub. No, I don't want to go to Milwaukee in July. And now I'm going because of you. This is your fault. And the city, it's not that the people of Milwaukee, for the convention, it's going to suck. It's going to be full of Republican politicians who are almost as repugnant as Democrat politicians. It's going to be full of honeypot spies and every other garbage thing in the world. If you need me, if I'm not doing my show, I'll be hiding in my room, and it's because of you.
Jesse, I just need to know, there's some scuttlebutt out there that perhaps some of your feelings about Milwaukee, whatever they may be, tie into, and this you have to explain to me because I don't understand these rivalries, but Clay has also said that really this is just tied to your love of Ohio State and that Wisconsin sports are inferior in your mind to Ohio State sports. Is that a part of this equation as well?
No, it's not a part of this equation. This is, again, another egregious lie from Clay. I never think about Wisconsin sports because I don't focus on JV sports. I focus on high-end Division I sports. That would be Ohio State. Look, if you can't cut it at Ohio State, you're a wide receiver. Instead of running a 4.3, you're running a 4.8. It's not the end of the world. You go to Wisconsin, and that's where you play football. I have no animosity towards the state of Wisconsin whatsoever, and I certainly don't have any animosity towards Wisconsin University itself, which is a fine JV school.
Well, I want to get you and Clay agreeing on something because, unfortunately, you were on the team of wrongness that still believes that there's a chance that Joe Biden is going to be replaced. Here we are, the middle of June, 2 weeks from a debate, and you're still holding out some plan as a possibility that it is not Joe Biden. Do you think that this debate is the turning point for that, or are they going to look at Joe Biden on the stage and assuming he does not fall over and just start muttering something, they're going to say he did a brilliant job, he's our guy?
Joe, Buck, did you see the fly on his face at the G7 yesterday? Please tell me you've seen the video with the fly on his face. The President of the United States of America was defeated by a housefly yesterday, completely unable to get it off of his face and away from himself, and he had that 1,000-yard stare and the glassy look in his eyes. He was defeated by a fly, Buck. He's going to be removed at the convention. They're going to give him the nomination, and then they're going to bounce this guy out, and they're going to put in Vice President Dome or Newsom or, God forbid, Michelle Obama, because you can't have a guy running for office who can't get flies off of his face. It's coming. I'm telling you it's coming. They're going to do the same thing at the debate that they did for him at the State of the Union. Everyone saw how hopped up he was on God knows what. He looked like Hunter S. Thompson up there. So they're going to juice him through the roof with all kinds of cocaine and whatever else Hunter happens to give him before these debates. And he'll survive at the debates, and he'll be screaming at everyone like he does because his dementia means his volume control is just a disaster. But as soon as they get to the convention, he'll accept the nomination. He'll give some half-dead speech like he always does. And then as soon as he's done with that, he'll develop the sniffles or something, and he'll announce for health reasons he's backing out, and he's commuting Hunter's sentence, and thanks everybody for the memories. It's a no-brainer. It's already done.
I actually agree with a lot of that. I think the June 27th debate, I know what, Buck, we talked about earlier, they did try to say, oh, he was so great at the State of the Union. That story lasted about a week and then it vanished because what Jesse's talking about, this is where we do agree. Every time one of these clips goes viral of him trying to shake a ghost hand or of him unable to get off the stage or last night wandering or yesterday afternoon wandering around after the paratroopers landed, it cancels out the speeches themselves, right? And so I think actually I don't think he's going to be very good on June 27th because it's not all off a prompter. And I think after that, he will announce that he's not going to run because of health-related reasons. They'll open it up, and they will pick a new nominee in Chicago.
They have to. And I'll tell you something else, Clay, because I really agree with a lot of what you just said. Here's the reason, too. His approval numbers are in the back. Okay, they're in the toilet. Everyone knows that. Everyone sees he's a disaster. He can't talk. He can't walk. He can't do any of this stuff. He can't get flies off of his face. The border's open. People are mad. Inflation's bad. People are mad. The jobs market sucks. People are mad. Okay, so everyone's mad. If you dump Joe Biden at the convention, what it does for you if you're a Democrat is you take all those problems and all that unpopularity and you drop that hot potato right in Joe Biden's very old lap. And you get up and you tell all the people, man, see, I know it was bad. I know you're mad about that, but we got rid of the guy who did that, and now we will get things turned around. You take all those unpopular things, you drop them on Joe, you wheel him out the back of the White House, and off you go.
I just want to be clear that when you guys are both wrong on this one, not only does Jesse have to take me out for all-you-can-eat shrimp and surf and turf at Red Lobster, I told him he has to actually, on video, put the Red Lobster bib on me. He has to bib me up at Red Lobster.
What a demeaning move. I mean, that's like having to kneel and kiss somebody's feet in Red Lobster parlance too. You're gonna take his Cheddar Bay biscuits and not let him eat them, slap him in the face with them.
The good news for Jesse though is, did you see this? It looks like there's a white knight stepping in to save Red Lobster.
I saw he's some kind of billionaire guy whose company was already part of it. Look, I'm all about saving Red Lobster, but Red Lobster doesn't need to be saved by any one of these guys. As I've explained to everybody about politics in America, saving the country is not up to one man. It's not up to Trump or something like that. It's up to all of us. We all have to pitch in and save the country, and the same thing applies to Red Lobster. We don't need a billionaire stepping up with his money and writing checks. We need the American people to embrace freedom, to embrace greatness, and get out to Red Lobster tonight and get some Cheddar Bay biscuits. And as soon as you get the shrimp scampi, once you're done eating it, you take the Cheddar Bays. They'll bring you extras. Red Lobster will do that for you. They'll bring you extra Cheddar Bays, and then you dip them in like the lemon butter sauce that they serve with the shrimp scampi, and that is as good as dining gets. I'm starving right now. I might leave.
I also, Jesse, wanted to know that you have some backup in a sense in at least calling out Clay for being very Clay-like in the way that he's going after some folks. Fani Willis, Fani Clay is how she likes her name. Yeah. She has spoken out. I wanted you to react to this, Jesse. The DA who's trying to take down Trump in Atlanta says she's very upset by, quote, idiots who say her name the wrong way. Play 11.
See, I'm so tired of hearing these idiots call my name as Fani in a way to attempt to humiliate me. Because like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman's rear.
That's true.
Jesse,
I'm guilty as charged
Clay
there.
calls her this all the time. I just want you to know, Clay is
got me
guilty.
there.
Well, I want to be clear about something. I was mispronouncing her name because I'm stupid and uneducated, not because it made her mad. But now that I know it makes her mad, I will continue mispronouncing her name. And I actually have no animosity towards Fani whatsoever. Her and Nathan Wade and all the dirty stuff they chose to do is actually what's going to keep Trump out of prison before the election. So we owe Fani and her family a debt of gratitude right now for helping save this election for us.
Jesse, what do you think about this Caitlin Clark craziness? I've gotten Buck kind of to pay attention to it because it's cut through the noise. Now they're saying if you like Caitlin Clark in any way, you're racist, you're sexist. I mean, one straight white girl shows up in the NBA and the entire league comes undone in the WNBA. Yeah, what do you think about this story in general?
Well, this is what happens when you have a league full of DEI hires. The entire league is a charity. Everyone's mad at me for yesterday for saying the WNBA is a charity for lesbians. That's exactly what it is. It doesn't turn a profit. The NBA has to prop it up. And so now you have a bunch of women out there who think somebody gives a crap about their crappy women's basketball, but nobody does. And finally someone, Caitlin Clark, shows up, and she brings in a new audience and new money and new eyeballs, and they're all jealous about it because now somebody, it's not me, but someone out there actually cares about women's basketball, at least for the next 15 minutes or so, and they're all super mad about it. They should be bowing down and kissing her feet. But again, who cares about the WNBA? Not me.
Jesse, just as we finish with you, by the way, here, finish this segment, we are all, look, what is this? All number one in Milwaukee. Your show, my show, Buck's show, all of us, we are dominating. So one last time, would you like to apologize to all the fine people of Milwaukee who legitimately have your show and our show as the number one show in the entire city?
Why would I apologize to the people of Milwaukee? They know more than anyone else their city sucks. They're just trying to get out like I'm going to be trying to get out in July. It's not my fault.
He is Jesse Kelly. Milwaukee, we love you. Again, when you see us walking, he's the tall one. Aim at him. I'm the one you love.
He's going to get hit with brats. They're
yeah,
going to be
no
throwing
doubt.
brats at him.
Jesse, have a good weekend, my man. Enjoy the WNBA action.
Be good, fellas.
Look, we're talking about WNBA action. There is WNBA action going on. There's also right now, and this should be pretty fun, there is the NBA Finals. Looks like if you're a Boston Celtics fan, it's going to close up out. I believe also Bucks' beloved Florida Panthers are very close to hoisting the Stanley Cup as well. There's a lot of different sporting events that are going on right now, and you can get hooked up. All you have to do is go to prizepicks.com and use my name, Clay, and you get up to $100 with no strings attached. If you deposit $100, you get an extra $100 to play with. It is an awful lot of fun. Absolutely nothing to lose. Why wouldn't you take advantage? Get hooked up right now with Prize Picks. Every sport, Major League Baseball, every night, whether it's the WNBA, the NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL. Every time you want to play, you can. Tonight could be the end of the NBA Finals. Download free Prize Picks app. Open your account. Use my name, Clay, C-L-A-Y, for a first deposit match up to $100. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Clay. Pick more, pick less. Get $100. All you have to do is go to prizepicks.com. Use my name, C-L-A-Y.